Yeah, hey, what's up, man? So I'm headed down to Arizona. I'm going to go riding with my dad. It's been a number of years since I've seen him. So I went ahead and picked up one of these. I've not been a huge fan of these in the past. I always thought that they're kind of expensive for the performance that you get out of them. But this is the SRL Mesh. This is the newest, latest, and greatest by SENA or SENA. I'm not sure how to pronounce their name. SENA, whatever. Okay. Um, this one's upgraded. It's got sound by Harman Kardon. Ooh, that sounds special, right? Okay then. And so today we're going to go through installing this into a SHOEI NEOTEC part number 2. SHOEI NEOTEC 2. So the unit comes with, inside the box, here's what gets installed in the helmet, right? This is some kind of a Wi-Fi adapter for doing firmware updates to the unit itself. Here's your microphone. Here's a microphone that gets used on a different style of helmet. This is for the style of helmet with just the clear front that can come up, right? So we're going to go ahead and use this one. And then it comes with a couple of foamies for the mic, right? So let's get started. All right, so first up is just to disassemble the helmet, okay? So look, it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything's held in with snaps, so the foam liner comes out. You can just kind of stick that out the front, and then the sides will come off as well. Right? And then we're going to have to pull the buckle through this cheek pad. Once that's unsnapped, so that's kind of angled, right? So maybe forward and up, and it should come right out. So cheek pad on that side's out, the cheek pad on this side out. That comes right off, okay? And then once that's all open, you'll see right in here, you'll see that there's already spaces for the earphones to go right there. See, it should just like pocket right there that fits right in there. The instructions that this comes with, well, first of all, it comes with instructions in about 37 different languages, right? But the instructions that it comes with are not great as far as how to install it. There's really, in fact, there's really no installation instruction. It's mostly just, your safety precautions in English and 27 other languages, certification and safety approvals in English and 37 other different languages, Wi-Fi adapter in English and 37 other different languages, right? Okay, so those are what I'm saying is that it comes with some recycling, right? So we're just going to have to work this out, okay? And so this is the pieces that it comes with, okay? And we're just going to have to work this out and see if we can make it go. The SHOEI NEOTEC 2 here is designed to take this particular unit. So let's start with getting all these blank plates taken out, okay? Probably a better tool for this. Hold on. Okay, right? Get the plate out, get the piece of foam out. We won't be needing those anymore. So that's for the battery compartment right there, right? And then we've got on each side of the helmet, we've got a blank that's got to come out as well. So all right, well, whatever. Just pull up and away. It comes off. Yeah, all right. So the unit comes out of the box as one like as if it's like a wire loom, right? This one, you can't disconnect the speakers or nothing. Nothing comes off. It's just one big wire loom, okay? So if we just start with the battery, then the rest of it should pretty much line up and start falling into place. That's gonna be my theory. You know, I didn't do this. What I should have done is I should have done this like before and then taken it all apart and done it again, you know? And that probably would have made for a better video, right? But anyhow, let's go ahead and, man, did anybody see that interview with Charlie Sheen? Was that something else or what, man? That guy he is something else. This was pretty cool, man. I was laughing my ass off the whole time. Okay, so there's a lip. You're gonna get that lip underneath the rubber of the helmet, the rubber gasket there. I don't know if that's a gasket or not, but we're gonna call it a gasket. Push down. I heard a click. I think it's in. I'm pretty sure it's in. Right? That appears to be installed. Now the speaker is sort of keyed. Okay, so you got some sort of keys on there, so that makes it pretty simple to get lined up. And let me brighten up this exposure just a touch here. So if you can see right there, there's a little groove for your wire to go into, right? And then a little groove right here for the microphone to fit into, okay? So, look, we're gonna get this, where'd that speaker go? Okay, so here's your speaker, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the microphone to this speaker right now. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And I'm gonna get the speaker lined up, right? So the wire's falling into that little groove, and then you just push it. You'll actually feel it snap in, okay? And what we'll do now is, so see, as you can see, this has two little tabs on it right here. Right there and right there. It's got tabs, right? And those tabs actually fall into the helmet right here. So you just push in and twist, right? And that will hold your microphone in place, okay? So now, okay, so that goes to the outside, right? That goes to the outside. This, in particular, this tab right here, this tab right here, that's the actual antenna. This has two antennas. And you know what's cool about this system is that, so this is the first, and this is how they should have been working from the beginning, in my personal opinion. So this has what they're calling open mesh, right? Open mesh. That means that you can turn it on and you put it on like open mesh channel 1. And then everybody else who's on open mesh channel 1 can talk to each other. There's no pairing that has to be done. It's literally like having a CB radio, but it's Bluetooth. This should have been the way they should have been doing this from the very beginning. And it has 9 channels of that, so channel 1 through 9 of open mesh. You put it on channel 9, you tell your friends to put it on channel 9, and if you're in range and you're all on channel 9, you all talk to each other, you know? So I think that's pretty great. So as you can see, this antenna, right, has an elbow right there. I'm assuming that this elbow is supposed to fit in between these two pieces, okay? So I'm going to slide that in right there, carefully. Try not to damage the antenna. I mean, it is an antenna, you know. And then this guy should fit on the outside like so. Okay, so that antenna is seated in there, and then this tab right here, it would appear that they want this tab to maybe slide down right there, right? Okay, so let's, I found that this guy, this little plastic piece that comes with the helmet inside the bag with the manual and stuff, works a little bit better. you know? So we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna try to reseat this. See if I can make this seat a little bit better, right? Okay. All right, there it goes. Now she's in place. Here's the deal. In order to get this to go on correctly, what we have to do is we have to take our nice little SHOEI tool here, right? And all of these wires that we've installed need to be tucked, especially up here, okay? So look, you can actually see the pin on the back, towards the back of the helmet. You can see the pin you need to get to right there, okay? Specifically up here, we need to get all of these sort of pushed down in there between the shell and, you know, and the foam of the helmet. Okay, so I've sort of gone through here and tucked all those in. Now on the back of the helmet, you can actually see the pin you need to get into. And on the front, pin is right there. You can also see it. So I'm going to start at the back, sort of see if I can push this rear pin in first, right? So it's kind of down and forward to get that locked in. And then, yeah, that's working a lot better now. And then, okay. Now, I feel like that's locked in pretty good. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. So, you know, if it's loose, it will come apart on you probably while you're riding, and it'll probably annoy the shit out of you. So I'd say it's important to get it right, you know. And then we got a couple of snaps on the inside. One, two, okay. Bring our chin strap back through. So what I found is if I pull the antenna out, right, and that kind of allows me to get this wire tucked first. And everything just sort of falls down into where it's supposed to be down in there. Once you feel it engage on the rear pin, just kind of push it the rest of the way down. You'll actually feel it sort of snap into the pin on the front as well. Okay, so it looks nice and clean, doesn't it? Like no wires hanging out anywhere. This is the reason that I wanted to buy the unit that is made specifically for this helmet, right? So let's get this thing going and see how she sounds, huh? Okay, so I powered the thing up, and the first thing that it's telling me is that it can't connect. I have to update firmware, right? Okay, so when you go to the App Store, you search for SENA. First of all, there's about 11 million different SENA apps you can get, right? You want the one that says SENA Motorcycles. So you go in here, you go to your Bluetooth, you'll see it down at the bottom where it says Other Devices. Click on it, it'll pair. Right there, it'll say SRL Mesh Connected. Cool. All right, now go to your SENA Motorcycles app, okay? And it's gonna ask you to sign your life away, 35 different things, and now it's saying, let's get your device connected. Cool. All right, cool. And it says, oh, hey, your setup is complete. All right, cool, man. So apparently we're done with what we need to do. I'm not sure if it needs is there a firmware update? It says firmware update required. Update your firmware to experience a better product. Okay, let's go through this firmware update. So you get your dongle plugged in. You'll have a red light on it over there. You go to your phone, look for Wi-Fi networks. Look for one that says SENA and then some letters and numbers, okay? We're going to connect to that. Go ahead and let it connect, okay? Okay, great. Now we're going to go to the SENA Motorcycles app. So once you're in your app, go to the gear on the top right. It says update via Wi-Fi, update your firmware via Wi-Fi, and say, okay, start. So we're going to start. Now it's communicating with that thing there, right? Okay, that's fine. We're connecting a new device. Plug in your Wi-Fi device next. Okay, great. Great. Okay, there it is. So we say okay. All right, so now we're going to start. So now it's now communicating with our dongle, right? And now we need to tell the dongle what our personal Wi-Fi network is, right? So we're going to rescan. Come on, find it, rescan. Okay, the app finally found my home Wi-Fi. It's right there, Vermeer. So we're going to go there and enter our password. Enter your password, push connect, and then wait. And if we look at our dongle, we'll now see that light starting to blink. Okay. Is that our device? Yeah. Okay, we speak English. Do we want to update the firmware automatically? Yes. Do we want to support multiple accessories? Meaning, if a friend stops by your house, do you want to be able to plug in to their SENA and have it update the firmware for them? Right? Well, sure, why not? All right, cool. Great. So now it's connecting, and there it is. And I've already gone through the firmware update, so we're done with that. Once you have this device set up one time, you'll never have to set it up again, unless you change, your Wi-Fi password or Wi-Fi router or something, right? So, and this middle light is the light to be concerned about. If that one's flashing, it means it's doing an update. So, if you were to bring your helmet home every day and plug it into this same dongle, okay, you would get the latest firmware added to your device automatically every single time, which is pretty cool, I guess, right? I don't know, I personally think that firmware should be handled before the product goes out to the public, but I think I'm the only one who thinks that, because it's pretty common for to just get firmware update after firmware update, and most of the time they don't even tell you what they're updating. Okay, so here's what the app looks like once you get the firmware updated. So that's your home page. You've got intercom, so we can turn on mesh if we want to. That's channel 1, 2, I think it has 9 channels. Yep. So we'll just say channel 1 for now. Actually, we're going to shut that off. Bluetooth, or you can pair with other people here. You can pair with your friends here, right? So add smart intercom pairing, nearby friends, blah, blah, blah. Audio, it does have an FM radio in it. Pretty cool, right? Shut that off. Music, I guess we can probably pair that up with our whatever your music library is in your phone. All right, right on. And then phone, we can add some presets and stuff here. So first things up, I want to see how she sounds, I want to see how the audio quality is. So let's do that first. Oh man, this sounds really good. It sounds real good.